can you do with a drunken sailor? What can you do with a drunken sailor? What can you do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Early in the morning. Put him in the hole with the captain's daughter. Put him in the hole with the captain's daughter. Put him in the hole, captain's daughter.
Well, at least we had the same idea to do the captain mod today.
I don't know if you have permission to be aboard here.
It's my office, bro.
It's my ship, and this is my first mate, John Luke Scott.
Right.
Maybe not with a rusty razor, but just
I said you could keep the hat and the glasses, but dude,
this be my first mate, John Luke Scott.
this is one of my kids' freaking toys, man. He does be.
You know Peter's gonna give us calls.
I don't care.
Okay. What up, YouTube? Welcome to In Between Two Beards. I'm Justin, aka Dub.
I'm Ryan.
And today we're doing a full review of the new IJOY Captain.
Yep, we did our first look a couple weeks ago. Now we've used it, we've got to know it, and we're gonna
Pretty confident in our assessment, so.
Yeah. Without wasting any time, we did the unboxing in the first look video, so I'm not going to unbox it again, but I do want to go a little more in depth with the menu. There's not a lot to go over. I kind of like how easy the menu system is. So we're going to dive down close, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, here's a quick up and close with the IJOY Captain. Again, I did the unboxing on our first look video, so I'm not going to go through the box contents again, but I just want to go a little bit more in depth with the menu system itself. It's 5 clips on, 5 clips off. It pops up there. Brings you right up to your screen. To get into your menu system, you just want to go 3 clicks, and then there you are. So you've either got your power wattage setting, temperature control setting, your custom TCRs. Okay, this lets you set your how long the screen is on. So you got either 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, or 90 seconds. I keep it on 10. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. And then your last option is reset your puff counter, and that's it. And I really like that. I'm not going to go into the temperature control because you guys know me. I don't use it, but it's all there: nickel, titanium, stainless steel, all that stuff. But when you go to your power mode, hit the fire button, then you're going to have normal, hard, soft, or user. And this is the preheat settings. So it just changes how fast the ramp up is, and then you can go into the user. Let me go back in there. You can go into user, and then you can actually set a curve, which again is pretty cool. It's not really necessarily something that I mess around with a whole lot, but it's there if you guys want to use it. So okay, and then when you want to get out of here, just you can change your settings up and down, obviously, and then click all the way over to the exit, and then hit one of the arrow keys, and that gets you out. But yeah, that's the entire menu system, which I think is awesome. How easy that is. There's a lot you can do, but it's not super cumbersome or real, a lot of sub-menus behind sub-menus behind sub-menus. So obviously we don't have anything on there. It says no atomizer. Here you've got your watts. It shows you that we're in wattage mode. Here's your itty bitty little battery indicator, which I'll say right now is on one of our cons list. I mean, we'll go into that more later, but it's definitely on there. We've down here we've got your mode. It says power and then user, because I put it on that user curve, which I'm going to take it off. I leave it in normal all the time, but then down here you've got a timer for when you're taking your actual puff. You've got your puff counter. You can see how many puffs I've taken there, and then your voltage, and then your amperage that's drawn off the batteries, and right here will be your resistance, which let me throw an atomizer on here. Okay, so now when you got an atomizer on here, obviously it'll read your resistance, and that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to the menu system or anything. You've obviously got your up and down buttons there, your charge and firmware update, and then your button, which I've been seeing some negative feedback on this button, but I really like it. It's big, it's got a nice click to it, it's got a nice throw to it. You know, there's a little bit of stiffness there, but it's not hard to push by any means. As far as like the fit and finish goes, the stickers are holding up really nice on mine. Again, like I said in the first look, this one was on a little bit crooked down here, so I actually heated it up, peeled it off, and put it back on, and I messed it up a little bit, but that's not IJOY's fault. You know, it was on there a little bit weird, but I messed it up. This one is perfect. You can see this is the dual coil ambit, which is 24.5 millimeters at the base, and it kicks out to 26, but you've got plenty of room there. You can actually fit a 30 millimeter atomizer on here with absolutely no overhang whatsoever. Down at the bottom, you've got your battery door, which is one of these kind, and this is the absolute most sturdy one of this type of door I've ever seen. It does not wiggle at all, and it feels super nice, and then especially when you put that in there, that's a nice solid fit. You've got a little bit of battery venting there. Now, if you can see, as far as like the fit and finish goes, it's be hard to catch on camera, but I do have some chipping down here. When I got this out of the box, this one, and this one were all already there. So I'm not sure if these are just because those were already there. It already had something to kind of work with as far as rattling around in my cup holder. But other than that, the finish is holding up very, very well. I've got Dubs here, and you can see his is holding up extremely well. And I mean, we do the same job, so his is rattling around on a cup holder all day too. He's had no issues. There's a couple shiny spots where it looks like right here, where it looks like the finish could start peeling off, but it's nothing compared to like the Alien or anything like that. But as far as like the batteries go, I want to show you guys the adapter because I haven't really seen anybody really show that up close. So if we go ahead and pop these out, so these are your 2700 batteries. Then you get this adapter too, which I think this thing is absolutely great. So if you just take two 18650s, put one positive up and one positive down, and it doesn't matter which way you put them in there, just as long as you get it right when you put it in the mod, and then line those up and stick her in there. They fit very nice. There's still absolutely no battery rattle, and right there you can see loads right up. And I have used this for, I think I used this specifically for 2 days instead of the 2700s, just to see A, that it worked, and B, that it worked as well as it does with these batteries, and it does absolutely. I think as far as battery life goes, I really didn't see much of a difference one way or the other, better or worse. I think the battery life is still pretty damn good. And real quick, I do want to just show another quick size comparison between the 18650 and the 2700, just so you can see that, you know, the 2700 is a significantly bigger battery. It's about 5 millimeters taller, and it's about 2 millimeters, you know, bigger round. So the fact that adapter is so perfectly fit for these batteries not to move around in there at all is fantastic. So anyway, guys, we're going to jump back out and talk about it for a minute, and we'll see you in a second.
Alright guys, that was the up close of the new IJOY Captain PD270.
Yeah, I think it's a great mod. It's simple. The menu system, as I showed up close, was very easy to navigate. There's not a lot of frills to it.
Yeah, we're just going to pros and cons.
Pros and cons. For me, as far as cons go, I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of cons. Battery life, a lot of people are talking about how great the battery life on this thing is, and for like a normal, I know we say this in like every video, but for like the normal everyday vapor, battery life would probably be pretty great. I can see that. For the way that we used it for the last few weeks, the battery life isn't bad. It's not terrible. I can get, generally, depending on what I have on it, like with my big baby beast or anything like that,
I'm averaging anywhere between 10 to 12 hours.
10 to 11, 12 hours. When I've got the ambit on here, which has a .24 build at like 68, 70
I'm
watts.
rocking the big baby. I'm rocking this at 51 watts.
Yeah,
and
so,
I'm getting, like I said, I can probably guarantee about at least 10 hours out of it.
Yeah, so at like 68, 70 watts, I'm getting like maybe 9 hours. So it's not terrible. It's not spectacular, but it's not terrible. I didn't notice any difference in battery life with the 18650 adapter.
We showed you guys how these work on the up close, and I'm going to go ahead and rate this as a pro. Sorry,
a pro.
Yeah. I love that they actually include this in there
this thing
because
is great.
These batteries, once again, are still not in huge supply with all the different vape stores and everything. So it's nice that, oh, well, yeah, I've only got one set of 2700s, but I've got literally 6 sets of 18650s, and you can use those to put in here. And I didn't, the only time I noticed a difference was dripping. That was it.
See, I didn't really use that when I was dripping, but I mean, again, like I said in the first look video, it would have been so easy for them to just be like, hey, we have this, so you can buy it extra. But they put it in the box, so I think that's a huge
I think IJOY, like I said, I think they did well marketing. Well, I don't want to so much say marketing, but I think they did well saying, hey, by the way, guys, don't get down that you're going to have to go and replace all your batteries to have this mod. We've included this to help you out.
They didn't pull an Apple where they're like, here's a new thing, get used to it. They actually gave you a way to use the old stuff too. I know a lot of people, I don't know about a lot of people, but I've seen a couple reviews already that knock the fire button. I love the fire button.
I don't mind the fire button.
I like how big it is.
I think this is just my assessment, because I know you got those massive ogre hands, and you like the big fat fire button. And this does, I will say, as a pro for me, this fits in the hand quite nicely. It's got a nice curve to it.
Love the shape.
It definitely has some weight. So I would definitely recommend somebody holding this before they go and buy it to make sure that it's the right size for you.
It could be too big.
Like I said, I know my wife holds this, and it feels a little bit more cinder blockish than it does like an actual...
She's not used to holding anything so big, so...
Okay, that's for damn sure.
I'm not going to say that this mod will replace any of my other mods as my everyday mod at work, but this is definitely a mod that I will absolutely grab off the shelf in the morning and take it with me. I have no problems with taking this thing away.
I will be the first to admit, when I first got it, I'm like, oh man, I feel like I should be lifting weights with this damn thing. But... as I was using it, because I've been rocking this now for 2 weeks, and it's basically been my go-to mod for the last 2 weeks, just trying to get as much testing in it, because there's so many aspects of this mod that I wanted to compare it to. But here's my initial assessment, or here's my final assessment, basically. Fit and finish of this mod is very nice. I really think it's nice. Now, obviously, we all know these are stickers. However, they have just enough texture on them to where I like them. They give you a good, firm grip in the hand. However, there is some reports of other people and reviewers that the stickers are not exactly the most reliable. They're not holding up as well as you might hope.
I haven't had any issues with mine.
I haven't had any issues with mine either. I'm just saying, a lot of people said that these started peeling.
Of when I first got my mod, it was on a little crooked, so I peeled it off, put it back on, got it straighter. I messed it up a little bit. That was my fault. But I haven't had any issues outside of that.
As we showed you guys in the up close, the finish on this is holding up a lot better than that of some of the other mods that we've had, like the Alien, the Predator. Like I said, I'm getting a little bit of shine where it bounces around the bottom of my cup, but not bad. Not nowhere near. Like if you compare it to my Alien, it's nowhere near as bad.
I'm getting a little bit of chipping, but all of the chipping that's happening, it started where the chips were already there when I got it out of the box. So had I not had those chips getting it out of the box, I don't think it'd be holding up a lot better. But anyway,
like I said,
I think
the overall finish is good for me. I can see where these screens and the backing on this is a little bit more scratch magnetic. However, I don't think it's as bad as a lot of... Now, keep in mind, I'll be the first to admit, I have not removed the plastic covers off this yet because I haven't needed to. It's not bubbling up on either side to the point where I have to take them off. Now, when I take them off, if you guys want, I can do another assessment, like with the I just didn't feel the need to take the protective cover off.
I had to take mine off. Mine bubbled off. I had to take them off because I was sitting just messing with them all day. So I pulled them off. And yes, my screen, the front and the back, is starting to scuff. But it's not doing it any worse than any other mod that I have with a screen like this. So I can't.
Some people are saying that this is glass, and I don't.
It's not glass.
I don't think it's glass.
It's absolutely
plastic.
I think they're actually offering replacements for these. I'm not sure how you take them off.
I will say this much. I mean, and this might be a little thing. This is super nitpicky and subjective, but like the writing on the back with like the curve. I mean, I don't know. This seems like a very more elegant mod than usual mods that come up like this. I don't know. It almost, this is my fancy mod. It's so fancy. But, you know.
Yeah, I mean, mostly I have pros for this mod. I mean, I like everything he said I like about the mod. My only real cons is I don't like the screen layout. That's it. I have had no issues with this mod.
An excessive amount of what we're now tagging as vape bloatware.
Yeah, there's just too much stuff on the screen.
On the screen. And it's funny because I don't usually mind a lot of different readouts and stuff, you know, puff counter. That stuff doesn't bother me. You fucking despise it as like a splinter under your skin. Yeah. But me personally, it doesn't bother me. what does bother me is when you do put that stuff on there, but yet you take the more important things and make them smaller in order to do it. Like, prime example, you guys have seen how big these fucking batteries are. The battery reader on this thing is tiny. So tiny. It's so tiny. I mean, it makes me feel better about my penis.
It's almost the smallest thing on the screen, which is kind of, I think that's a little weird.
It's just ironic because how big the fucking batteries are.
Again, the only con I really have to this mod is the screen layout. Like, battery life could be better, but it could be worse. I've had worse, I've had better. Do I think the 2700s are going to be like...
I'm about to say, that's what I was getting ready to get into.
I don't know if these are going to be the next greatest thing. I think these batteries are going to
I think these batteries are going to more or less...
They're going to benefit the mech mod guys.
The mech mod guys and things of that nature. Unfortunately, I don't think these are going to be like mod-changing batteries. And the reason I say that is because I don't see mods enlarging this big or bigger to compensate for how large. I mean, you guys saw it on the up close. There is not much room.
Right. They're packed in there pretty small.
This mod is as big as it is because of the batteries.
Again, I think these batteries are going to very much more benefit the guys that use the mech mods. Because the higher amp ratings are going to be safer. As far as regulated mods, I don't know.
These are still 3,000 milliamp hour batteries.
Yeah, they're 3,000 milliamp hours.
And that was the thing that got me, because I know some people have been saying, like, oh my god, the battery life on this thing is stellar. The only time I noticed the battery life being prolonged, elongated from normal 18650 is when I'm dripping. I can drip this thing for 5-6 solid hours, no problems, and I have no fall off.
Right, there's no fall off. This thing will fire at its full potential until it can't fire anymore.
Exactly. And then so on that note, I would say this is going to be great for dripping, but I mean, just your everyday mod, I don't know. I'm still a little bit...
The jury's still out. It's yet to see what they're going to... What different companies are going to utilize these batteries more. So I'm anxious to see that. Really am.
But like I said, guys, I don't know if they're going to be the life-altering, vape-changing batteries, but I am excited to see what they're going to come up with these batteries now being in existence. One other con that I have that I noticed over the last couple of weeks is there is a... in my opinion, unacceptable amount of ramp-up time.
See, I disagree.
For this mod.
I don't think it's bad at all.
I mean, I am going to be the first to admit I have been spoiled with the drag, the Voopoo drag mod, because it's instantaneously firing.
That thing's a freak of nature.
Yeah, it is. But on this, even with the tank sometimes, I've noticed, I'm like, not getting it.
It's a little bit of a delay.
Like I said, there's a ramp-up time that I'm not particularly... I'm just saying, compared to some of the other mods that I've used, they're not as bad.
I've used worse.
That's one of my personal cons. Once again, guys, super nitpicky, super subjective. I love the idea that you could throw a 30 millimeter dripper on this if so need. I mean, you got your ammo on there, and that thing's fucking huge.
Yeah, I mean, the base is 24, but it kicks out to 26, and
but I'm pretty sure you can throw a 30 on here before you start getting into the overhand.
This will fit a 30 millimeter atomizer.
I wish we could show you one. I don't have a 30. I don't have one. So. But I mean, you could throw just about any dripper on here, and like I said, I like the fact that there's no overhang and everything else. But like I said, guys, overall, I like the mod. I guess we could just go right into it now. I mean, is there anything else? I mean,
it's a pass for me. I love it.
It's a pass for me too. But
again, I mean, for the guys like me who have just abnormally large hands, I think this thing, as far as the, I don't have another one here. As far as like the compact mods go, this is the Scaly. These, I like the way these feel, but they're small. They're very small mods.
I'd say for me, that's a little bit more.
This one is just a perfect fit in my hand. I give it a pass all day long. Would I buy another one? Yeah. They're a little bit pricey, but when you take into effect of what you get in the box, I don't think it's bad at all. You're getting 2 batteries, which that's 20 bucks right there.
Right.
You're getting this that they easily could have charged you 20 bucks for. So 65, 70 bucks for a mod and batteries and this awesome adapter, I think is a steal all day.
I don't think it's bad. I think this mod's priced fairly competitively for what it is. If, like I said, SWAT busts down the door and steals all my shit, am I going to start sucking guys off in the alley for one? You know what? I don't know if I'm going to suck guys off in the alley for one, but I do like the mod.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, yeah, you know what? I would probably grab another one of these.
Before I recommend it to anybody, like you said,
I would definitely
find someone you know that's got one, go to a shop that's got one, and hold it.
Definitely
just to see if it's a good fit for you, because it might not be.
Yeah, I mean, there is some weight to this mod.
Yeah, it's not bad,
I mean, it's not. I'm just saying, but for someone like my wife, you know, it's like
if you think back to a couple years ago, like I still have my original Snow Wolf. That mod is heavier than this when it has batteries in it. So
it's not super heavy, guys. All I'm saying is though the weight compared to this, something like this, is substantially a little bit more. So I'm just saying, get yourself one, throw a set of batteries in it, throw a tank on it. See if the weight's right for you. See if you like it. Like I said, the fire button's fine with me. I have no issues. All the buttons are nice and clicky. Yeah. So, but yeah, guys. So I give it a pass. I give it a pass.
Thumbs up all the way.
I give it out of a 10. I'm gonna give it about a 7. A 7 for me. It's not my favorite mod, but I like it, and I'm slowly growing to like it more and more the more I'm using it.
Yeah,
so
I dig it.
Like I said, guys, good on you, IJOY. I think more people are excited about the batteries than they are the mod.
Which is fine.
So we'll see where that goes. Yeah. We'll follow that along and try to keep you guys updated on what the world of 2,700 batteries are doing. But I think that's all for us this week, guys. So if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Give us a subscribe. All subscribers, we thank you.
Absolutely.
If you want to find us on social media, it's at inbetween2beards, all one word with the number 2, on Facebook, Twitter, and of course Instagram. And of course, if you want to contact us professionally or drop us a line, our email is inbetween2beards@gmail.com.
Yep. So yeah, as far as the IJOY Captain goes, thumbs up, and
I'm white. I'm aboard.
We'll see you next time, guys. They bon.
They bon. Alright guys, that was the up close of the IJOY Captain PD210.
70.
Sorry, fuck. Alright, let's do it. Sorry. You know what? I don't know why I keep calling it the 210.